Sigma Male Diaries Podcast. Let's get on with it, y'all.
Let's go.
We can relax, have fun, get a good laugh, get information, and enjoy the show. I mean to do what it do, baby. Sigma Male. Hey, good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Nigel McKnight of Sigma Male Diaries. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to parts 1 and 2 of my series. And this is part 3. This will conclude the series, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to hold you too much longer, but let's get to the show. Visual. So yeah, that does matter. I'm not going to lie, because I will only go so,
natural instinct. It's an instinct.
Yeah,
So,
it's natural.
It is an instinct.
Right.
Natural instinct.
Right.
And, but boundaries, like, what kind of boundaries?
Okay. For example, when a woman meets a man, a lot of women would fail to say, "Hey, listen, I'm looking to be married within 6 months or within the first year."
To me, that's not.
Huh?
A woman would tell a man, "I'm looking to get married in 6 months."
No. I'll give you an example. I don't know if she could still hear me. Okay, when a man and a woman is dating with a certain intent, whether it's for marriage, whether it's for a, how can we call it, a sneaky link or a cuddle buddy, whatever the case is. Like, when you come in with standards, that is based on how you would value your worth. So when you come in, you let a guy know, you like each other. Listen, I'm not, willing to like just be this type of chick. Like, I want to be, this is what I want, basically. And the guy will let you, it's what we call bringing it to the table. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, that type of thing. What would you bring to the table? What would you expect a man to bring to the table? Sort of thing. So that's where the boundaries comes in at.
If I enjoy his company, if I care about him, if I have developed emotions and the process of respect and some knowledge of his upbringing and family or whatever, what I would bring to the table is ultimately a commitment. It doesn't have to be a marriage, because I do come from a very, very traditional background.
Right. Yeah, because see, that's what I was speaking of. Because some women these days, they look for a security. With that comes, like, you can date anybody all you want, but that security blanket, like, that could be gone in an instant. That man could find a more suitable or more attractive woman with less problems, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Suppose you're a millionaire and you're going to give me a mansion, you're going to give me a car, Bentley. I don't drive Mercedes.
That
so
sucks.
let's give you all this. All right?
Yeah.
You can take that away at any given time. So a woman needs to feel secure herself. That she has independence. She's comfortable in her skin.
What if she have to sacrifice her independence as a wife? Meaning that you're allowing someone else to take leadership, though.
Then, at that, now, I've never been in that position.
Oh.
But if I ever, I would just, like, I'm not going to go and say, I want all of your financial stuff. I'm not going to go to court. I'm not going to go do this. It's ugly. It really is ugly, the process.
Right.
I would sit down with you and I would say, listen, this is all I need. This is how you met me. This is what I had. and very little. I'm not going after your freaking finance. I'm not going after your bank account, Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, mentor
I'm not
coins and
going
all that.
after billions of dollars. And trust me, I paid it all. And at the end, it's worthless.
Yeah,
It's only paper.
right.
And you know what? I would say this is what I'm going to settle for. Either,
Mm, okay.
we sit here at the table, or I'm not going into court of law. No, I'm not doing that.
Hmm.
Because everybody's making money off of everyone.
That's true. That's true.
So if that man is willing to do that, that's a respectable person. And I will devote my life as a friend, as someone that cares for him for the rest of my life, regardless if we're divorced or not, or
Right.
separated.
Okay. I'm
That's what
great. I'm gonna give you an example, right? And then I'll just see how you respond to it. But I know you said so. I would just say this in general terms. I would keep it neutral. Suppose that this lady, she met this guy. And he's everything that she wanted. He is in fact her dream guy, right? So as I said before, women are born with their value, femininity, their beauty, stuff like that, right? Where a man has to make himself valuable, and that's 9 times out of 10, finances, probable looks. And I say probable because most women say, hey, he has to look like this. He has, if there's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it, unless it's financial. All that money stuff make the looks and all that other stuff goes away, right? So a man would say, listen, I'm a entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. I'm just throwing a number out here, 340K a year. I'm looking to be married within 6 months to a year. I just want a woman that's feminine, cooperative. Now, when I say submissive, I'm talking about uncontested cooperation. Okay, I'm not saying submissive as if use a slave or something, because I'm not even one of those dominating guys. Anyway, if I feel a woman give me any bit of resistance, she's out of there. Yeah, I know it happens, but like my time for me is too valuable. And in
do
return,
you want to
okay.
do you want to marry me?
No, I've been married before. I mean, I may possibly get married again. You know what I mean? I'm not
I
afraid of marriage, so
I,
I chose my wife, so I made that mistake.
that was a distraction.
No, it's okay. I take jokes quite well. Um, so in return, let's say she's looking for the same thing. You know what I mean? And she says, okay, well, look, I understand what you're saying, but okay, you have everything far as, provide me with security, finances and stuff like that. I can give you this amount of kids if
Verbal.
you want it. Huh?
That's a verbal commitment.
That's a verbal. That's right. Right. Then you set a date once you realize, okay, this is something that I want to proceed forward with. That's how, for me, that's how I would do things as a man. Most guys just link up, they just do whatever, and whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? There's no foundation, there's no structure,
That's
it's
a
messy.
commitment that could take. That is accountability in the
Yes.
court of law.
Yes. And like I said, a lot of people lack accountability. You know what I mean? And then they become the victim. Well, this guy was like this, or that woman was like that. She used me for this, or he dogged me out like that. He cheated. He exercised options because I wouldn't do this. In cooperation, like I said, interdependency is very important. That's the best type of cooperation you can have.
I'm gonna use a couple in my family that's been married for 48 years. My brother and my sister-in-law, which I can't stand, but I gotta say something about that couple. So he cheated on her. Um, he's a flamboyant person.
Well,
Financially well off, son of a bitch. So, you know how many times I talked to my sister-in-law and I said, you could divorce him and you could take everything. You know what she responded multiple times? No. Nope. 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 She stuck with him. they were very young when they got married. They both had issues.
Right.
But you know what? Now they're in their 60s. They have a wonderful life. They're grandparents. And they laugh over it.
Right.
And she stood by him no matter what. Do I respect that woman? Yes. Do I dislike her to death because of the relationship her and I have? Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, she takes care of him. She loves him. She sacrificed.
There you go. Marriage is about sacrifice. There you go.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? How can I disrespect her?
Right.
How can I? How can I? Yeah, we have differences. Actually, we're very much alike. And yeah, I do respect her. I respect him as well.
There could be.
He could have gone the other way and said, you know, I don't want her. I got a younger one, a beautiful one. I followed him, trust me. So did my sister and the daughter, too. But you know what? He got busted, but you know what? He came back. And he came back as a better man.
Right. That
You know,
happens.
there's a book called The Odyssey.
Mm-hmm. That's the book that got the little hands up against the cover, like it's reaching through the cover.
No, it's a Greek book that was written thousands of years ago by Homer.
Okay, I
It's
thought it
about
was
men.
rewritten. I mean revised. Okay.
Probably was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's about an adventure.
Either I read that book or they made that into a movie. I think that's what that was. I think they made Odyssey into a movie.
What is that movie?
Odyssey.
So, this will be the last time because I got to wake up like 9 o'clock and go to a memorial, you know, it's Memorial Day.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
And, but yes, it is a movie. It's about a male and a female, and it's not just about a husband and wife. It's way, way more complicated
They were Irish.
about how female think and how men are.
Right.
And it's just an incredible movie is the most basic form. And I don't want to read Homer right now. But, you know, men need adventure in their lives. And I'm not saying that they should cheat. Maybe he never slept with that girl. Maybe it was just a thrill, the excitement. And, but we all took care of it. And you know what? My sister's version is, you know what? She wasn't that bad. She was a nice girl. She just didn't know any better. That's all she knew.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't think my brother has a saying, I'd rather drink 10 bottles of whiskey than cheat on my wife. I'd rather cheat on my wife with liquor than to cheat with another woman. But maybe she was there at the time when he was going out, and he needed that space.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's important sometimes to, have space. You don't necessarily have to like some people, they literally separate, like be in different parts of the house for like days. I
Yeah,
don't know.
my
I don't know if
grandparents.
it's depression or animosity, but that's. I mean, I've been through that. I've been with my wife. I was only married for 56 days, right? Because I had written a
50.
book. Yeah, I had written a book before I had met her, but I got it
I
published.
asked.
Yeah, I got it published though while we were together though. Actually, did real good. I had a $50,000 a 3-part book deal with the Green Ivy at the time. But
Maybe, wait a minute,
huh?
was put in your life so you could write that book.
Yeah,
That was God's way.
right, yeah, but
That's a odyssey.
yep. And you know what she told me? Cause see, I have a good sense of intuition, and I'm not gonna say that I brought it up, for it to happen, but I can read people very well. Huh?
Are you a Pisces?
No, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh God.
A Sigma male Scorpio. Happen to be a Sigma male too. When I had read her, I told her, right, I said, I have a funny feeling that when we gonna end up getting divorced due to finances. And she said, really? Because I seen her lifestyle as I got to know her. See, I didn't vet her properly. And this is why I could speak from experience now to help other people. I just seen a pretty face. She was biracial and everything, and she was all right. But when she told me, hey, look, I don't think I can do this anymore because your book not making enough money. And I said, are you serious? My book only been published for like 3 or 4 months, right? Don't you know after we had split up, I had got a movie endorsement with Pearson Media with Hollywood. You know what I mean? And
contribute to my new venture.
What's that?
I'm only asking for $10. So go to. So my name will be. I'm developing a character, Cecilia.
Okay.
My former colleagues are very disappointed in me because I'm going to expose it in a different version.
Oh, okay.
No, and we're not profiting by this. Seriously, there's no profit.
Yeah, I have a friend. Go ahead.
StudioStargazer.org.
StudioStargazer.org. Okay. Yeah, because I'm recording this anyway, so I'm definitely going to remember the name. Yeah, I'm dealing. It's weird?
Yeah, I've been in Hollywood. I was a public figure, by the way.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. Yeah. So if you ever look up my name on Google, Nigel McKnight, you'll see my book. I made Amazon's best list, what is it called? Amazon best short sellers list, whatever they call that. I made that 3 years in a row. I even got to post it on YouTube. You know what I mean? I made Who's Who. Huh?
I got you. Subscribe.
Okay, great. Sigma. Oh, yeah. So you subscribe. Okay, thank you. Because I got email notifications.
And I will try to donate. Wait, I'm trying to get you on Instagram. 1 second.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That keeps giving me YouTube.
Oh well. Yeah, my Instagram is @NiyaBoy, NIYABOI.
Well, we'll get in touch later. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. It's very hard drinking and smoking at the same time.
Yeah, I just put mine out too.
And I gotta be.
Hey, listen, I have a cannabis store and everything. I have a clothing website and stuff. I have my own brand. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. Huh?
I was a designer.
Oh, great. Yeah, I have one, Evelyn Bellucci.
I did a lot. Well, I'm the poorest billionaire you ever met in your life, and I'm loving it.
As long as you're comfortable. I mean, don't get too comfortable, but as long as you're comfortable,
But please check out that site. He desperately needs. He's just incredible. That site, my God. And I'm gonna play a role, Cecilia. I developed Cecilia. It was just like a random thing, and I've been writing all my life, documenting.
Okay.
And I developed this character, and this summer it's gonna go into. We're not gonna go to Hollywood.
Oh, independent.
I'd rather in Arizona than Hollywood.
Yeah.
I used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
I did a lot of high-end jewelry pieces for Hollywood.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, congratulations.
And like Amazon, tell Jeffrey Bezos,
yeah,
never ever call me to sell books. because I
Yeah, I work
don't
with.
read.
Yeah, yeah, Jeff. Yeah, because I have my book. I'm at Amazon Prime. My book is on there. They trying to. They sent me an email to get my clothes for me to sell my
I,
brand down there.
and you should read this book. I was trying to order, but I ran out of money. I've been spending too much. It's my not nobody's money. Uh, it's called The Gambler, Kirk Kerkorian, MGM.
Okay, does it has a CH in it or Concorium? You said
Kirk Kerkorian, he was an Air Force pilot,
Concorium.
and
Oh,
he
okay, okay.
who ended up buying all of Las Vegas. And I swear to God, I'm not related to none of those people, including Kim Kardashian. I swear.
Yeah, I might have to
Uh,
think about that marriage proposal.
my family.
No, but seriously though, I mean, because
But I swear, Kim Kerkorian would follow me at MGM because I used to go there for business all the time to Las Vegas, West Coast, East Coast, whatever, South and North.
Mhm.
And I used to think that he was trying to rob me
Well, yeah,
coming from New York.
yeah. They're slick, very slick.
Well, he was the owner of the freaking hotel. Uh, so, make a long story short, one day the entire we're having a convention and everything stops, and they're like, "He's coming," and I'm like, "Who's coming?" And I was very young back then. Kirk Kerkorian is coming. I'm like, "What the fuck is an Armenian man doing in Las Vegas? Coming where?" They're like, "Don't you know? He's the owner of this hotel. That's why you're getting all these executive suites or whatever, presidential suites." I'm like, "What the hell are you people talking about?"
Wow.
So I tell my brother-in-law, "I'm gonna go see this guy." And he's like begging me, "Mary, don't do it. You're gonna humiliate yourself again." I'm like, "It's all right. I've been humiliated before." So
Yeah, and man, when you're dealing with those people, I mean, I'm not going to be too opinionated about it, but yeah, when you're in that type of industry, a whole lot of stuff happens. A whole lot of stuff happens. And it's real easy to lose your soul, to lose yourself, to get caught up in a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, that goes.
I,
Mhm.
but after I tell this story, and I told it many times, and it's true, it's a fact, and there was so many witnesses. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go see who this guy is, and and like the sheriffs are all lined up with rifles, and I'm a former gymnast, and I'm not a big woman. Who the hell do I see? The man that I thought was trying to rob me. I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me." I'm like, "That's my grandfather's initials, name," and I slide under one of the marshals, and he approaches me. I approach him. I don't know which one happened first, and I'm like, "It's you." He says, "Yeah, it's me." And he says, "Would you like to come upstairs?" I said, "No, no, no, no. I don't get into an elevator with men." And then he tells me, "I think you should go back to your mother." I said, "Yeah, I will. I just want to see that it was you." And I told him, "I thought that you were trying to rob me. I thought you were a thief." And you know what he says to me? He says, "No, you are the true thief." And I'm like, "I never stole anything in my life." He goes, "Nope, you're a thief of hearts." He says,
No.
"Are you sure you come to the meeting?" I said, "No, no, I will not." And he said, "Good." And he smiled, and he was gentle, actually, kind person. But you never know what goes down
Right,
behind closed doors.
right.
And I was not going to put myself there.
Yeah, Armenian too.
And
And not the past, Yeah, that's.
yeah, so my brother-in-law is like, "Oh, Jesus." And the rest of the convention is like, oh my God, I can't believe that she did this.
Right.
But they had no clue to what the conversation was about.
Mhm.
And later I told them, but I did live a privileged life. And I'm grateful and I'm blessed. And thank you for sharing with me.
No problem.
And thank you for listening. And life is good. Life is amazing.
I agree. Life
And
is what you make it.
and God puts people in our lives so we could learn. And not all mistakes are bad. It needs to happen. And that's what I was getting at, with this lady that you married.
Yeah. Yeah, I took that as a learning experience. I didn't get upset. I was disappointed with myself because I married her in less than 6 months. But we was cool though as friends, you know. And it just so happened once we got, because I don't deal with that whole simping stuff, just chilling with people and stuff. Like if you go be in my life, it's for an intended purpose, not to try
Yeah,
to play games, But
Nigel, I didn't want to marry my husband. I really didn't. I knew him for 20 years.
hmm
We were good as friends. But there was family pressure from both sides. And then we had sex, and that was like, oh, okay, now we got to get married.
right,
Especially the background that I come from.
right,
And it was not pleasant after we got married. We both made mistakes. I forgive him, and I know he forgives me. It was just a mistake.
right, yeah,
And I wish him well. I always do. And we had good times as friends.
right.
But
Yeah,
we're no longer friends.
hmm
We're no longer, and that's the sad part. So
yeah,
I lost a friend,
right,
and he did. And but we gained other things. So by saying this, there's no winners, there's no losers.
this experience,
It's just, it is what it is. It's the experience of life.
right.
It's this dilemma called life. So by saying this, my dear, let me take a quick nap, and I gotta get ready for today.
All right, you have a
Thank you so much.
blessed holiday. Thank you.
You too, my dear. Blessings to
All
you
right,
too.
okay,
Bye.
everybody. All right, everybody. That will conclude my show. If nobody else wants, well, my talk rather, if no one else wants to come on. However, I appreciate all the participation. I appreciate your patience and everything. And thank you for welcoming me to Wisdom. I'm going on my third day now. I mentioned to a couple people before, I was invited by Jesse Young, one of the Wisdom team staff members. So I'm trying to get my badge and everything straightened out so I can have my whatever it is I'm supposed to have. So I could be you know, how would they say? Addressed properly. It doesn't really matter. I enjoy my podcast anyway. That's just what I do. This is just an added incentive for me. And as I said before, I like these talks. I don't really talk that much unless it's business anyway. And I think that we all can learn something from one another. That's just how I look at it. So everyone stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'm going to bed. I haven't went to bed since what's Monday? I haven't went to bed since I was out here Saturday, honestly. I ain't gonna lie, it took like a 2 hour nap, but I still gotta handle my business because I do everything by myself. All right, which I don't mind at all. It's very, very peaceful and it goes how I want it to go. So the outcome and results are superb. All right, ladies and gentlemen, always remain motivated, remain humble, ambitious, always, always have good self-awareness, self-fulfillment. Always, always self-reflect. All right, there's nothing wrong with self-awareness and then utilizing accountability. That's important. That's what makes you human, and that's just how it is, everybody. All right. Thanks for listening, and this is your host, Nigel McKnight of Sigma Male Diary. This concludes my talk, my podcast. Some of you might like what I say, then again, some of you might not. But I don't give a fuck. And I really don't. But thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. And this is your host on Wisdom and your host on Sigma Male Diaries, Nigel McKnight. Y'all stay safe and be blessed. Amen.